Hello and welcome into Rebecca K Crochet. What we're going to make today is a hair scrunchie, and this one is made out of the chenille yarn, and you can see it's a 5 or 6 weight yarn, and it creates this really pretty larger hair scrunchie. This one's made out of worsted weight yarn, just 100% acrylic worsted weight yarn. And I'm going to show you how to do these because I wear these all the time. They do not, my hair is long, and so they don't rip out or stick to my hair or do any of that, so I do wear these. What you're going to need, you can either use the chenille yarn, it's the same either way. You can use a soft chenille type blanket yarn, or you can use the acrylic. I have acrylic right here on hand, and so I am going to do the acrylic yarn. So what you're going to do is you're going to start with a slip knot. You're going to get a hair tie. I'm using a 6mm, see if it'll focus here, a 6mm Susan Bates. There we go. Put our yarn on our hook after we slip knot, and we are going to single crochet around this hair tie, hair scrunch, or not a half double, single. It's been one of those days. And we're going to go all the way around until we're going to try to get 40 single crochets around. But we really don't have to count. We're going to scrunch it until we can't scrunch anymore on here. And that gives you this wavy look. The less stitches you put in here, the less scrunched up this is going to be. So if you want it to be just kind of a wavy look, you don't put near as many stitches in it. If you want it to be really wavy, and because it will stretch out when you put it on your hair, but if you want it to be wavy like that one, then you need to do it like I'm doing it and get as many as you can. I am just using a ball of scrap yarn, one of my cakes that came off the wall. I do have some other ones, other scrunchies I may show you how to do later on. And maybe next week, who knows. But I have a lot of different scrunchies that I make. These are really good sellers at markets, and they're fast to do. So you might think that this is all that we can get on here, you know, and if this is how you want to do it, that's perfectly fine. If you just want to do it this way and just have it kind of wavy, you're okay. And you can do it that way and see how it's all covered, but I like to stretch it back as much as I possibly can. And look at all that we opened up. So now we're going to continue on, and I'll get about 40 stitches on here roughly. I've counted them. I'm not going to count them this time, but I'll get about between 36, 40, sometimes 44 stitches on here to give it that really full look. Sometimes I get more, sometimes I get less. Sometimes the hair ties are a little bit bigger, but you can do this with any hair tie. And you just keep pulling it and stretching it till you can't stretch it anymore. That's probably all I'm going to do because it's starting to buckle, and I don't want it to buckle. Okay, so then what we're going to do is we are going to slip stitch into our first stitch. We're going to chain 2, and down in that same stitch we are going to do a double crochet. In each stitch across, we are going to do 2 double crochets. Now if you want it really ruffly, you do 3 double crochets. But I normally just do 2 double crochets, and these will start falling on top of themselves and start ruffling up. One double crochet is just going to give you a circle, and see how it's starting to ruffle already, and it's going to be a wave all the way down. And we do 2 double crochets in every stitch. And I will show you here in just a second the difference. I think I've got one that's got can't remember. Let me look here. I can't remember if this is 2 or 3. This one is this one is 3 double crochets in every stitch. And this one's not going to be as roughly, and it's going to be 2 double crochets in every stitch. So this, I'll show you the difference, so you can do either 2 or 3. And I'll be back whenever I get all of my stitches on here, and then you can figure out if you want to do 2 or 3, but it's going to ruffle kind of like this. It's not going to be near the ruffle that this one is. It's just going to be kind of a wavy ruffle, and I'll be back. Okay, I am coming up to the end. And you can go around the edge of this, of these double crochets with a different color of a single crochet. Like if you have school colors or something that you're wanting to do, to tip it, and it looks really pretty. A lot of teenage girls and preteens will wear these as bracelets when they're not in their hair, so you can do all kinds of stuff with them. So now here we are at the end, as you can see, and we're going to go to the top of this stitch, and we are just going to slip stitch to join. Find my scissors here. We're going to cut our work, and I was getting ready to change colors. Perfect timing. Cut my work, pull out, and that is what 2 double crochets look like. You can mess these around, and I've got them tighter in some spots and looser in other spots, so you kind of want to mess this around and get it a little bit straighter so that you're more even where your ruffles are. So here is 2 or this one, the red one has 3 double crochets in every stitch. This one has 2, and see how it's just kind of a little bit wavier. I mean, this one just creates these waves, and this one has like really deep waves on it. Same size yarn, just 1 more stitch in each stitch. We just added an extra stitch, an extra double crochet. So that is the difference. I got hair on this one. That is the difference. Now this one has, let me see, this one only has 2 in each stitch. If you look right here, there's 2 stitches coming out of this one stitch down here at the bottom. You can see that stitch. There's 2 stitches coming out. So this one only has 2 stitches because it's a lot thicker yarn. It's going to look really weird if you put 3 stitches in, and it doesn't, you can't get as many around the outside or around this edge in single crochet. So that's why I don't count them. I just do it until they look full. But that's how you make a hair scrunchie. And then I will show you some other hair scrunchies, like I've made them with little flowers on them. I have made them with that are just like chain stitches and they're zigzaggy. I've made all kinds of hair scrunchies. So like and subscribe, and I will see you on the next one. Have a great day.